I had just finished a hike in the Cuillins on the Isle of Skye in Scotland. I was blissfully exhausted as I drove back to my lodgings, looking forward to a relaxing wee dram in front of the huge fireplace. While driving back, I happened upon a small crofter's house. It had a simple sign on the outside that read, Art Gallery. I'm Carl Cimini. Welcome to Whiskey Stories. I like art and figured why not. Now understand this is the only home in sight. There are no other houses and nothing but glorious craggy mountains and the Atlantic. Parking is impossible because it's a one-lane single-pass road with no shoulder. So I put the car pretty much in a place that seemed safe, as close to the side as I could. I was planning on finding the place locked up or out of business. It was a pretty tattered-looking small house. I pulled open the door, and a gust of warm air hit me and I hear this little voice.
Hello, welcome.
It was Bill Lawrence, a sketch artist. He stood no more than 4.5 feet tall, which was perfect height for the croft. I was sun and windblown from the hike. He offered me some tea. I looked around the tiny space, and the walls were covered with his pencil drawings of Skye. His drawings also laid neatly stacked 6 inches deep on every available space. His wife was upstairs in the living quarters. At least that's what he said. So he invited me to sit down on a tiny sofa. His desk was near a window with 10 coffee cans filled with color pencils. The view out the window was pretty inspiring, with blue mountains of the Isle of Lewis in the distance and flowers in his backyard that went all the way to the shoreline. There were these strange fluorescent orange plastic balls strewn about. I don't know what these orbs were, maybe buoys of some sort. He was using them as his art creation. So we talked. A bit about life on Skye, and if he felt lucky or not to have spent his life there. He said except for the gale force winds, he loved it. He had no television and he had just gotten a cell phone in case of emergency but didn't know how to use it. He said he enjoyed talking with me. But since I had recorded our talk, he felt I should buy a piece of his work. I said, for sure. I picked out one with a simple crofter house on off-white paper. He said he had just finished it yesterday. He then proceeded to wrap it in bubble wrap. The bubble wrap had a weird reflective quality to it. He was on his knees on the floor wrapping it, mentioning that he was a good wrapper and securing the corners kept it from shifting.
I'm a good wrapper of these things.
He said he had to stop talking because the Parkinson's made him weak and that he would disappear to sleep for a while, since he had made his daily sale. I took the drawing and put it in the back seat of my car and drove off. I returned to my room and couldn't find the drawing. I tried to find a number to call to see if I left it behind, but he said he didn't have a phone or do social media. I asked the people where I stayed if they knew Bill Lawrence, and they said no. I was in Portree yesterday, the biggest town on Skye, and went to a local art shop, a very cool place, and asked if they knew artist Bill Lawrence. I said he is a short, tiny man. Pencil artist, beard, lives out on Trotternish. And the owner said, no, I've never heard the name. Sadly, I'm leaving the Isle of Skye today sans my pencil drawing for the Braemar Gathering and hoping to see a Border Collie event on my way there. I really don't think old Bill Lawrence or his painting will be showing up anytime all that soon. Was Bill Lawrence and the artwork he made really real? On the Isle of Skye, people still believe in hoodoo folk, elf-like spirits. I think I might have met one named Bill Lawrence. What do you think? This has been a Savor Whiskey travel story. I'm Carl Cimini. Please visit Savor Whiskey on Facebook or online at savorwhiskey.com for more stories and whiskey tales. Until next time, thanks for joining me.